Okay, so here's a quick little assignment. It's about specifications. And sometimes specifications are actually held within the BIM file. And so we're going to check that out right now. I'm going to modify a wall type. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's a quick little thing to do. And that will specify for the architects and for the contractors and for the inspectors what that wall is supposed to be. And we're going to do that all within Revit. So I've gotten into my VMware and I've got Revit started. So I'm going to open a model and I've made one for you to work with. So I'll go to my computer and it's in the instructor files, or you can download it from your resources. Go to me, Schuster, and Highlands High 300, and there it is. Wall system file number 2. Wall system file number 2. So I'll open that up. It'll take a little while to open up. Let me just sit here patiently to watch a blank screen while it's opening up, but it didn't take too long. And so let's take a look. There's a floor plan, and I can see that there's walls and doors and windows and a floor. And if I go to the roof plan view, I see a roof plan. It looks like it has a 2-foot overhang, and the roof is plumb cut, and it's a 6-on-12 roof. That means for every 12 inches I go over, it goes 6 inch up. There's some nice little views of it. And if I look at the south view, I can see some doors, some windows. That means it's double hung. So there we go. That's my existing. And if I click on one of these walls, tells me it's a EIFS. That just means it's an exterior finish surface. It's usually like stucco or cement board or something like that. But it says it's sorry about that, it's a 2x4. And I want to change it. So I'm going to select all the walls. I'm just holding the control key down while I left click on each wall. So I have all the walls selected. I got too much. I'm going to look at just the walls. And I don't want 2x4, I want 2x6. So I'm going to edit. And I'm going to duplicate this because it's almost all right. It just needs to go to 2x6. So I'll duplicate and change that 4 to a 6 and hit OK. And so there's tons of information in here, and it's all correct except for the structure. So let's go to the structure, and this is a specification right here. This is the specification. There's an exterior finish that's EIFS. There's an air brake that's an inch, an air infiltration. It's just a membrane, so it's 0. There's a plywood substrate. So these are all things that you know are parts of the wall. And then it says it's metal stud. It didn't even have the right thing in there. So I need to change that metal stud to softwood lumber. Softwood lumber. So I click on it, and then I find that little box, left click, and I'm going to put lumber. And there it is. Softwood lumber comes up. So then I can left click on that and hit OK. And now that's softwood lumber. But the thickness is for a 2x4. It's 3.5. And I want a 2x6. So I'm going to make it 6.5. So those are the two changes to make. Softwood and 6.5. And then the membrane and the gypsum. So remember, those are all the parts of a wall that we saw in the About Walls slide deck. So I'll hit OK and I'll apply, hit OK, and oh, everything got a little bigger. Okay, it got a few inches bigger. And so now I've got everything in there. I want to let somebody know what I've done as well. So I'm going to go down to this thing called the south elevation view. There's the elevation, south. And I'm going to do annotate, text. And I like the curvy text one. I'm just going to put something over here. Left click and EIFS on 2x6 studs. Enter all walls and click somewhere out here. And that's it. And now it's time to save it. Always remember to save your work after you've done something good. So I'm going to do a save as, and I'm going to put it in my own. I'm not going to save it in this file. I'm going to go put it in my own file, in my W number file. And this is 300 Spring 2024 wall system number 2. And this was my demo. So let me... And that's the file you're going to turn in on Canvas. There we go. That's modifying a wall type. It's part of the specification for the wall. And we do it right inside of Revit.